Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. If you have to pause on this video to get your coffee together or whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do that now. We got a lot to discuss. So we're going to be talking about some of the prices that are going up right now. We're going to talk about some of the grocery prices, right? We can't even reach into the other things that are going to be going up in price. Now, a lot of you guys have been bringing up some of the tariffs that the U.S. is taxing on Canada and Mexico and how that's going to ultimately affect us. And if I believe that's going to ultimately affect us, absolutely. Absolutely I do. Because when someone charges more for something, that other person is going to charge more in return for said products. Now, how that can work out to our benefits, I don't really know. In the future, I don't know. I have no idea. Let us know down in the comments if you have any idea of how that's going to help us or hurt us in the future. But the one thing I do know is grocery prices, and I know that things are stirring, right? And this is what I want to talk about. We've seen a lot of things that have been going up in price. Coffee, eggs, right? Chocolate, apparently, according to the USDA, is supposed to go up another percentage this year. And then they also mentioned, which I kind of thought was a little strange, non-alcoholic beverages are supposed to go up 4.4% in 2025. Now, we just saw where Pepsi and Coca-Cola products went up to $10.99 a 12-pack at Kroger here in Cincinnati in the Midwest. Now, surprisingly, they're fairly cheap at Meijer at $8.49. Cheap. I don't really think that's cheap, but they gone, and it's not going to be long before they get up to those prices as well. How Meijer is able to get those kind of deals, I don't know, but if you have a Meijer, I would stock up. Also, spoiler alert, I went to Meijer today, and they have buy two, get two free. Mix and match Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, 7-Up products, 12 packs, buy two, get two free. But make sure you check that video out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time as I go over a lot of different things, a lot of eye-openers in that, but I will say Meijer had some good deals. One thing that we're not finding a good deal on anything lately is beef. Beef prices have not only gone up at Meijer, they've gone up everywhere, including your big box stores like Costco, Sam's Club. It's getting pretty expensive. I mean, you're buying in bulk and you're paying a very high price. Now, we've seen even higher prices in some of our main stores like Kroger, Meijer, some of these other places. Even Walmart has gone back up in price, even higher than what it was before. I think the 10-pound tube, 73% lean at Walmart, the last time I checked, the 10-pound, the big 10-pound thing, it was $34.44. $34.44. That was up like $7 from what it was like a little over a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. So kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video is how that is going to affect us more than, I know there's been a lot of you guys talking about the tariffs and stuff like that, what I think about it. I don't really know what to think yet. And that's kind of the scary thing is, I assume that this is going to raise prices even more. I assume. I pretty much guarantee it. But, I mean, I like to, at least for now, hope for the best, I guess. I mean, but you guys, most of you who are watching this right now have probably been on this channel for a long time. And you guys have seen me document all this stuff as we've gone along, from the prices doubling in the grocery stores to things disappearing off the shelves, the food shortages, which we are seeing less and less. But that is why, because the prices are insane. The prices are absolutely insane. I mean, it's putting some companies out. A lot of you guys come on the channel and you say, Dan, I can't find this product anymore. I can't find this. I can't find that. It's probably because they went out of business. And some of these places may not even put online whether they went out of business or not. I know for the longest time, and this isn't a grocery store, but Frisch's, a long time restaurant here in Cincinnati, went out of business just recently. There's a lot of companies going out of business. Now, I did kind of think this was a little strange when I was reading on the USDA website that they talked about processed fruits. They're expecting to go up, like canned fruits, 1.1%. Well, that kind of makes sense when you're saying that fresh fruits are going to go up 4.4%, right? Because if those go up, then, well, obviously that's what's going to happen. It's the ripple effect. It's the domino effect. Okay, it's going to fall in place with everything else. If Del Monte or store brands or whoever have to pay more for it, then it's going to charge more. They're going to have to charge more to can the goods because they're going to pay more for the fruits. And that's what we're going to ultimately see with beef and eggs. Beef prices are going through the roof. They've been going through the roof for a while. This is the month, guys. This is what we were talking about last summer when we were reading different farm articles from farmers and what they were predicting and what other people were predicting about the meat prices. This was supposed to be the month that it leveled off. That not just leveled off, but it was supposed to start to come down. I have not seen that, and after today, I don't believe that's going to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen for a lot. Now, it was just a prediction, I assume. There are other things at play here, which, cost for more feed, all these other things in place that are probably costing more. And that's the thing. The more we're paying for this, the more we're paying for that. Other people are paying these places out, paying more for that product, and then paying more. It's all extending out to everyone. And that is the problem. Eggs, at some point here, you probably won't see it for another month or two. But let's see. Let's see if, like June, all these different products that have egg in them, which there's a lot, these are going to be going up in price too. And again, I tell you, I know I sound like a broken record, but if any of these products that we show that are going up in price, either in the grocery stores or wherever, now's the time to where you're already going to be overpaying, but are you going to overpay? And I think that's the thing we have to watch out for, because look at coffee. Coffee has nearly doubled. And when I say that, yes, of course, the price has not doubled, but look at how much it is shrinkflated. You might as well say that Folgers in a lot of places has doubled, because look at how much they've taken out of it. Either the price has gotten unaffordable or they've taken out some of it. You're basically paying the same price, right? Like for a small can, or something, you're not getting the same amount. Or at Sam's Club, we always talk about this, now you're paying, an absolute fortune for the 43.5 ounces, which would have been a few dollars less from what you were paying just a couple years ago at 51 ounces. So either way, they work it out. They try to think which is going to be better. I think when Cottonelle and some of these other toilet paper companies, when they started shrinkflating their toilet paper, they started shrinking their audience. I can't go into a Sam's Club or a Costco without seeing a pack of toilet paper and a pack of paper towels in people's shopping carts. You know why? Because people are done. People are done with Cottonelle. They're done with Charmin. Well, I know we have some loyal Charmin fans, and I know you'll pay the price. I know. I mean, I don't know. We get members mark. But what I liked is that, yes, they raised the prices, but they did not change the product. They did not change the product. Sam's Club, Members Mark, whoever, must have known that we better not do this. Like, they probably did some research, and that's what people need to start doing. You need to do some research on how this works. Now, Cottonelle and all these other places, I noticed, had shrunk the product. We actually saw the price come down a little bit, kind of how we see with the coffee. Look at Green Mountain recently. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but there is a point to this, okay? Like Green Mountain. I just saw today, spoiler alert, again, I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but I went to Meijer today. Okay, it was great getting back in the stores and checking things out, looking for things that you guys have been commenting on over the last few weeks. But Green Mountain went up again. Now it's $9.49 for the same shrinkflated 10-count box. Now it's on sale, 2 for $10. If I drank Green Mountain coffee pods, I would be stocking up on those now, because, guys, I'm telling you, these are just going to keep going up. 1 week it's Folgers. 1 week it's Maxwell House. Maxwell House keeps going up too like crazy. So if you drink your coffee, like I always say on the channel, stock up on it when you find a sale. Today's prices might be tomorrow's sales. I hate to say that, but it may be. Now, people have asked about the tariffs and all that stuff. The only thing, and I'm not going to talk, like I was starting to say earlier, I'm not going to talk about it too much because there's too many different factors that have to fall into place before we start seeing price increases from other countries, right? Now that could have some immediate reaction, okay, but I don't think we're going to really see that in the grocery stores for a little while. We will eventually. I mean, you better believe it. I mean, if we're taxing Mexico, 25% on, is that what it is? 25% tariffs. Well, then we're just going to see more expensive cantaloupes and more expensive. Well, it's going to be a trade-off, right? It's going to be a trade-off. And like I said, whether that works for the betterment of us or them, I don't know. I don't know how you really deal with it. And the thing is that that's more of a headache than it's worth, I think. But anyway, back to groceries, though. I just wanted to chat about this. I've been thinking about this for a few days. I actually read some different things from the USDA website over the last couple of days that we were gone. And I was trying to kind of piece together, how am I going to talk about this? Because I know we always talk about these kind of things. But here we are, where it looks like the flood, it looks like the dam is about to open up again, right? There's too much water. The dam has to be released to move the water out. And I just feel like it's coming. I do. I've been doing this for a long time, and we're seeing all the things. We're starting to read strange. When you start reading strange things on USDA website or FDA website, some of these things, there's always something. Doesn't have to be, but I find that the trend, there's always something to it. Like when I read that 4.4% on non-alcoholic beverage increase in 2025, I was like, something big's coming. Something big's about to happen. And that was the point when I realized I needed to make this video. I know it sounds silly, but it is silly. And it's like how it just, something being worded like that sent me into utter confusion. Like, why would you word this? So everything but alcoholic drinks, your wine, your beer, your liquor, that's not going up in price, but everything else is. Well, let's go back here just about a month or so. Okay, look at what we've seen with pop. Pop has gotten outrageously expensive. I mean, it's really going up. Water. Cases of water have gotten pretty expensive, and we're finding less and less sales on it. Look at gallons of water, right? They're coming in now, I guess you can say that, because when they went up initially, it was like, well, they all disappeared, couldn't find any distilled water. We still have some viewers today who are having trouble finding gallons of distilled water, even at $1.50 a gallon. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This message is so that people can prepare. We will continue to update as we go along here, and get a good idea of what is going to happen. I try to point out these little things, like something so simple today. I'll give another little spoiler for our video tomorrow. Make sure you check out the Meijer video, even if you don't shop at Meijer. Meijer, not Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer's owned by Kroger. Meijer grocery store. There are some great deals, and there's some good produce deals. And the fact that this has just popped up about fresh produce as well, it's like, I don't know. I'm half tempted to stock up on as much as I can and freeze it, because it's looking like, because where does that 4.4% come in? I mean, fruit has already gotten so expensive. Are you adding that in because you're expecting a higher price due to the tariffs on Mexico and Canada? Is that what it is? Because it's not, you can always find the numbers, which I do appreciate, right, on the FDA or USDA website. Yeah, I like numbers. I like doing the math, because there's always a solution at the end of a math problem. Maybe not always, but at least you have a direct answer and somebody's not just making something up. Although when I read the non-alcoholic beverage price increases, yeah, it made me feel a little, I tried to do a little more research in that, and I couldn't find squat. So who knows, guys? But this is why we do what we do, right? I understand everybody's budget's different, and we try to think of it in that, I always mention to Jessica, it's like, when we go to Dollar Tree, this is for everybody. This isn't just for someone who lives day to day or week to week. This is for everyone, because you know what? These things are starting to go up as well. I'm hearing more and more of people shopping at different stores now than I ever have. Like, somebody will say, "Oh, I went to Trader Joe's the other day. I'd never been there." I swear, not another day later, "Oh, I went to Trader Joe's." Like, okay, people are going different places. Now, I know that's only two people, right? I know that's only two people. But it's like, to have people mention that have never been in within a couple days. One of our viewers on here had mentioned that. Also, met a couple of you at Meijer today. Really nice meeting you guys. This is why I continue to do this, guys. Why we continue to make sure we're checking everything. Checking everything. I always try to just I try to make it fun. I try to make it entertaining for our daily vlogs in the morning. But I just wanted to put this message out here because I feel like it's coming. I feel like there's going to be something happening here. The wording is weird, right, on a lot of different things. And even today, I know it's something small, okay, but it's like I saw vitamin water, which has already kept going up. I've noticed like 10, 20-cent price increases on that over the last like 6 months. I noticed the little things, right? Well, I noticed just a week ago, or today actually, it went up to $1.79 a bottle. Excuse me. And when you see one, you start noticing a lot of different ones, right? I mean, I think it's like it kind of tracks on different prices that you may see. I notice them all. I mean, I can remember a lot of different ones, but that may help you in the future when you see something that you buy. And that's probably what it is. If it's something that you buy on a regular basis, you're going to know when the price goes up. And then when you see that, you're going to start seeing it on a lot of different things. But the thing that concerns me the most is these products, like talk about the process, because they had mentioned processed fruits and vegetables as well. I mean, how much are you going to pay for a can of peaches by Del Monte? They're already $2.69 to $2.79 a can in pretty much every store I've seen, unless you find them on sale anywhere. And if you do, make sure you check the date, because the Best Buy might be coming up. Best Buy date, excuse me, might be coming up soon. Also, people keep talking about all the different Walmart coffees and stuff. This is the 100% Colombian that I get. And yes, yeah, they keep going up in price. I stocked up a little bit on this while I had the opportunity. I have still, to answer a couple of your questions, I have still not found the big cans of it, which I like better because I feel it's more fresh and I can keep it more fresh. But that is what I worry about, though, is that with all these other prices, and if the prices of fruits and vegetables are going to get a lot higher, of course that's going to increase the processed price because they're paying more, right? I know I continually talk about this, but I just want to make it very clear that your $1.48 can of great value vegetable or fruit, right? That's my favorite. I love great value canned fruit. That's the only one I buy anymore. Kroger is okay, right? But I do believe Kroger is $1. I think they're $1.69 a can for most of them. But those will be going up. So store brands are probably going to be what the name brands are, eventually. And it just keeps going up. But we're going to continue to point out the deals. We're going to continue to show the sales as we go along, when we go along, because we do other videos as well, right? Jessica and I are getting more involved in some just entertainment, having fun. We just got back from Florida. We have a whole week of videos that we did down there. It was an awesome time. But, and also venture out through Cincinnati and some other places and do some other entertaining videos to kind of get away from some of this sometimes. Because I need that. It's like going to a store every day. Just, it can become very taxing. But I do, off camera, am always looking things up and doing some research so that when we go over these things, we got a good idea, at least some kind of idea of what's coming and how to prepare for it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.